Hi, I'm Duncan, and I'd like to welcome you to my latest YouTube channel video presentation. Today, we'll be looking at the film director Jack Arnold, who is one of my favourite directors of all time. He worked in most of the film genres, but he'll be remembered for his work in science fiction. Um, uh, he directed some very, very fine work. He was born in 1912 and from a very early age showed an interest in acting. And he studied drama and appeared in several professional plays before the Second World War interrupted his efforts. And he joined the American Air Force, I believe. And while he was waiting for training, because there was a shortage of, I think, teachers, he was able to go on a film course that was run by the legendary documentary director Robert Flaherty, who made Nanook of the North in the 1920s, which even my mum has heard of. Well, that must have been a big picture for the documentary world. Anyway, when the war um, ended, he I don't think he made actually many films when he was during the war, but he made several good films, sort of documentary information films after the Second World War, and that went on for about 5 years. He directed shorts and documentaries. They were usually about charities or honourable organisations, and they were very low budget. But I guess they exist somewhere. Some Jack Arnold fans might like to have a look at them. In 1950, he directed his first movie. Um, it was called Life After Dark. I haven't seen it, but I think it was. It sounds like it was a film noir picture. His second feature was going to rubber stamp his career in many ways, and it was the science fiction thriller It Came from Outer Space. Um, it was filmed in 3D. It's got some a really, really human story, it's got quite a few shocks in it as well. But it's a really upbeat science fiction picture, and leaves you with a sort of feel good feel after when you've seen it. I haven't seen it in 3D. I think it's one of these movies that would when they're trying to do a 3D showing on TV, which in the UK has usually met with disaster. Uh, that would have been a good film to have chosen to show. Um, he then made The Creature from the Black Lagoon, which was also shot in 3D. And very soon after that, the sequel, Revenge of the Creature. And The Creature from the Black Lagoon was very similar to. It was the same, comes from the same stable as the other Universal monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the Wolfman. Although they were in the 30s and 40s, he is from the 50s, and he takes his rightful place with them as one of the gang. And again, these films were well made with good characters. And he also directed Tarantula, which has I think Tarantula and Revenge of the Creature have early appearances by Clint Eastwood. Um, but his made he then in 1957 he made the movie that everybody thinks is his greatest work, The Incredible Shrinking Man, about a man who he's on a boat, and his with his wife, and she goes down below deck to get him a drink, and he stays on up on deck, and this sort of um, this sort of phenomena comes the boat goes through this sort of phenomena on the wall in the sea, and he's got these sort of glistening things on all in his skin pores. And about 6 months or something like about later, he starts to find that he's shrinking, and it's a great movie. And the I can't remember the gentleman who played the Incredible Shrinking Man, but he and his wife uh, are superb as they try to find a way to stop him from shrinking. As I say, Arnold worked in many genres, including westerns. He made a film, a young people's racing movie called The Lively Set, which starred Doug McClure and James Darren. Um, James Darren would go on to play Tony in Owen Allen's The Time Tunnel. And I always think that the reason why his science fiction films were so popular and so good is because they involve Mr. Everyday people who suddenly just find themselves in these incredible situations, very much like H.G. Wells and John Wyndham in their novels. And as I say, Jack worked in television, directing episodes of many very popular television shows, including The Fall Guy, The Bionic Woman, the TV, the science fiction theatre, World of Giants, which was very like The Incredible Shrinking Man. It involved and was a sort of forerunner to Owen Allen's Land of the Giants. Rawhide, Perry Mason, The Virginian, Nanny and the Professor, Alias Smith and Jones, The Brady Bunch, Ellery Queen, Who Done It, The Love Boat. Well, The Love Boat, basically, he directed 6 episodes of that, and that ended his directing career, which was rather sad. There was talk in the early 80s of a new cinema Creature from the Black Lagoon movie, and Universal very much wanted Jack Arnold to direct it. And the script was by Nigel Neal of the Quatermass experiment fame. And unfortunately, Jack Arnold's health was deteriorating quite badly. And the script looks really, really interesting. Apparently, it would have 2 creatures from the Black Lagoon, a mate as well as the creature. And I would think it's never been made, this script, but perhaps it's getting near the time when Universal perhaps might consider making it. Jack very sadly died in 1992 at the age of 80. As I say, he did work in a body of work that goes across several film genres and television series, but it's his science fiction shows, science fiction cinema movies that will be what he'll be remembered for. But do check his work out. Most of his science fiction films were made in black and white, and just have a look at how he uses black and white. Just for all you people who don't like black and white films, watching his movies might change your opinion. Anyhow, I must go now. I hope you've enjoyed my feature. If you've enjoyed it and you'd like to tick the like button, that would be great. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be great as well. If you want to forward it to a friend, that'd be great. And if you want to tick the bell button, that'll tell you if you have subscribed when my next feature is. Anyhow, enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to go outside and into the sunshine, and because it's actually lovely out there. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon. God bless.